Man, how many of you guys do athletics? Anybody do athletics? Huh? Anyone? Musicians? Anyone play any instrument, anything like that? That's right, I rock the mullet, I see it. He's definitely a musician. That's Noah, by the way. So, man, anyone intellectual, anyone, you know, like do the ACT prep stuff? Anybody just like loving that? Anyone? Okay, yeah, rocking that. Okay, good. Anyone just love to read just all kinds of random books? Anybody? Anyone do musical chairs? If you're a musician, musical? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay, good. Man, all of our life we're so bombarded with so many things, just going and going and going and going, and it just doesn't stop. I mean, it seems like ever since like mom stopped feeding you milk, then we started crawling, and then we started walking, and then we started eating, and then there's all kinds of things that we went in our lives. I mean, we learned to eat, walk, all these things, and most of you guys learned potty train, right? Chris, the only one. Okay, perfect. Just don't pee in the seats. That's all I ask. I don't judge you. That's cool. We're good. But man, all of our lives we're just running, and man, I feel like that. And this message is perfect for me lately. And I'll share that in a little bit why. But man, it's just urgent. Like there's so many things trying to get our time, trying to grab a hold of it. You know what I mean? Like, and it's all about performance based. Like I got to study and I got to do all this stuff and I've got to get an A so I can be valedictorian. And some of you are like, no, I just want to pass, bro. That's all that matters to me. But and you've got all these things going on, man. If you're a good basketball player, you're a stud. You want to be the captain. You want to be on varsity. We've got all these things competing for priority, and it all goes down to if you're good and if you do these certain performances, then the end result is that you'll get this pat on the back and people will like you. I mean, that's what it is. And so we're driven, always going, because we're looking for those things. You know, it's not like with God that way because, right, like if you miss your quiet time today, like God's not going to be like, I'm calling your parent. That's it. It is over. I'm docking you a grade. You know, it just doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It's not like, well, you're just going to send that attention slip home and you're going to have your mom sign it and bring it back. You're not going to lose a grade. You're not going to have to retake a class. It just doesn't work that way with God. So everything else seems so urgent in our lives than to spend time with God. You don't feel that way? Anybody? Man, I'm so that way. But what if there was a way that we could come to a place to where we could somewhat train ourselves, but not in trying to win approval of God, because God already loves you. I think we've got it trained in our head that we've got to read our Bible or we got to pray to God so that God will love you. But the truth is God already does love you. Through his son, Jesus Christ, that did it all. Like he finished it. Like his last words on the cross were, it is finished. It wasn't like it was halfway done. He said, man, it's done. Like he did the done. Like you think you can one-up God. You can't. Jesus did that, and he one-upped you, and so you can't one-up him. And so that's what I want you to get tonight, that when we're talking about prayer, I don't want you to think that, man, I've got to pray to God to get God to love me. But I want you to pray to God and spend time with God so that you can find out how much he does love you. And so, man, to do that with all the business in our lives, man, let's just check out this video real quick and that.
Why is it that we're always on the move? Why do we always have to go? I'm sure we're so busy. We miss God in many aspects of life. In Psalms 46 it says, God is our refuge and strength, ever-present help in therefore trouble. We will not the earth give way and the mountains fall into though its waters, and the mountains there is a river and stream, the holy glad the city of God. God is within her. There is a river whose God will help her. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob, come for desolations. He makes wars. He breaks the bows. He burns the shield with fire. She will lift all. The holy God will help her. We will not break the day.